I grew up middle school, high school, went to a Catholic school. I was taught, I grew up my entire life going to church, going to Sunday school, but it never really meant anything to me. I would just kind of go through the motions. I would go sit in church and say, when is this over? Or I would, go to school and we would learn about the scripture. And it was just another class for me, another test. Like it didn't really mean anything to me, to tell you the truth. And then, once I came to school and I was away from my parents and family, I didn't have that structure, that support system. I stopped going to church. I stopped all of it, and just living the party lifestyle. I would go out and do things that I know I shouldn't be doing, and it was fun. I would have a great time, and I would have fun. But then I'd wake up the next morning and there'd still be a hole in my heart, there's nothing, I wasn't finding that fulfillment that I know I needed, and I would keep trying to find the next, crazy thing to do, the next party to go to keep trying to find that fun, do more, fall into that peer pressure, doing things that, this world and this society deems acceptable, but ultimately, there wasn't any fulfillment. And I would say, beginning of this fall, I had a friend that used to come to AIA, now is heavily involved in CSF. He said, you should try and come out to AIA. And I was like, and I don't know why I did it or why I came, because it was very uncharacteristic of me to be spontaneous.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'll go and I'll just check it out. And that was in September. Athletes in Action has been absolutely everything to me these past 5-6 months. Wouldn't be where I am right now if it weren't for AIA and guys like you, Tyler, and Max, and Trevino, and all those guys. I think at first it was great for me for the fellowship. I was the type of person that, I'm shy and I enjoy meeting new people, but I tend to kind of fall back to my comfort zone, the friends I've always had, and going out to AIA. First for me was just a chance to get out of my comfort zone and make new friends and meet new people, and it blows my mind how much love I received and how much care and genuine love that I received, whether it be, the one on, the breakfast with Crush and the discipleship, or whether it be Man Night and have guys like Max just on fire for Christ, and it's just inspiring, and it's motivating, and it keeps me hungry, and it keeps me, wanting more. Well, that night, actually, I left Athletes in Action Wednesday, the weekly meeting, and I came home, and I had this big grin on my face, and at first I didn't really think anything of it. I was in a good mood, and I was happy, and my roommate was sitting on the couch watching TV, and I was acting giddy and probably a little goofy, and he was just like, man, what's wrong with you? Why are you smiling so much? Are you drunk? And I was like, no, man, I've got Jesus. He thought I was kidding at first, and I'm sure he probably still does, but that was the first time that I openly came out and said that. I knew it in my heart, and I knew that it was there, and that I was, willing to enter into that relationship. But that was the first time that I'd actually vocally spoken. Regardless, I love my roommates to death, and I always will. And it's been a hard transition, I think. They've definitely seen something different in me. but it's been more like an unspoken thing, you know, like I'm not ashamed to tell them that I'm going to Bible study anymore, or I'm not afraid to have them see me sitting on the couch, you know, with a highlighter and, you know, a notebook, writing in my Bible. Like, at first I was like, man, they're gonna judge me. They're gonna look at me differently. Like, they're gonna think that I'm this weird, like, Bible thumping Christian, I guess. Like, now I was kind of afraid of that because I didn't want to be judged. But now I know that while they still haven't, you know, fully accepted that I've changed, and they're still trying to tempt me every once in a while to go out and to do things that I used to do that I no longer have the heart or desire for. I know that they've definitely, my friends have definitely noticed a change in me, and they're slowly more and more becoming accepting of that, and still loving me for the way I am, the same as I love them. You know, I'm trying as hard as I can to you know, use my actions and just show them as much love as I can and support, and whether that's being the designated driver when they go out to party, or it's just the little things every day that I can slowly but surely show that even though I'm not out going and partying with them every night, that I still love them the same. I'm still going to do everything I can for them.